Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to the Black Mirror. So, having to cheat a lot, we're almost done with Chapter 4. Chapter 4, I believe we're in Chapter 4. Turns out one of these skulls is not like the other. Turns out this one's labeled skull, while the rest are labeled skulls. So it was just a pixel hunt. Again.
This one has a crack on it. It looks a bit different than the other one.
I think we're in Chapter 3, but Chapter 4 I don't think it really has any puzzles in it, just conversations from what I skimmed on the walkthrough without completely ruining it. And Chapter 6 is kind of just the epilogue, not a full chapter. So we might have something.
It can't have fallen any worse. I probably ran out of luck in the mines yesterday.
So there's a key here.
It's too far. I can't reach it.
Man, look, alright, here, let's compare things here. This is a human eye socket. This is a human skull. That means that this distance, the distance between here and here, are as wide as the human eye socket. That's pretty wide for you to just be able to slip a flat hand through, grab a key, and then pull it back. At the very least, you could get the key closer to the edge and then use a finger or two to pull it through and still keep that flatness. The scale is totally off. Unless he's saying that this is so far back he can't reach it, which is unrealistic too, because the distance here is less than the distance of a human head. So you're talking at most a foot. There's literally no way. The right move there would have been to have a mouse. You've already even animated a mouse or a vicious rat in there that would require you to scare it off or move it because you dare not put your fingers in there. But we just need to come over here and get the fire pokers. And he really gets a fire pokers. For a second there, I thought he was going to get a log turner, which is an old thing that you would use to pick up logs and put them in the fire and rotate them. It looks like a crisscrossed device with two handles that extend and retract. Right. So we got the log poker. Of course I know how to do this because I've looked up the answers. It's incredibly cruel to kill a player right at the end, particularly since there's no auto-saving. An old key with a drawing of a human skull. Let's try it on the monolith.
Sound. What was that? Use a stranger's head, or your own will shake.
So we're hoping that solved it. Now, in an abundance of caution, I think it's time to make another save, and we've gone completely around at this point. So I'll just put things in 2, 3, 4 as it goes. Last thing I want to do is die still, which I wouldn't put past this game. Killing you even after you solved a puzzle. And this guy looks pretty similar to the other guy we found. Take the key. Now, we either need 2 more of these keys or we need 3 more of these keys. And that's...
I did not have any reason to extend my stay in Wales.
He just
The next
leaves.
morning, I said goodbye to Eleanor and returned to Black Mirror.
That was chapter 3. Out of 5 chapters, I guess, with an epilogue would be the best way to explain it. Is somebody else gonna die? I still have no clue where these keys go, by the way. So we're just waiting for the conversation.
Sooner than I expected. How are things in Wales? Is Eleanor well?
Yes, she's quite well. I gave her your letter.
Thank you, Samuel.
We don't know what was in the letter. It could have been a nasty letter for all we know.
Has something gone wrong?
I'm afraid it has, my dear. Bates, you tell Samuel. I do not want to speak about it myself.
Yes, madam. First, about Sir Robert. He went away the night you left for Wales. Just before he left, he told me he had to go to Ashbury on an urgent matter.
I know. I spoke with him about it. Did something happen in the sanatorium?
Unfortunately, sir, I do not know. Sir Robert did not return home that night. In fact, we have had no news of him since then.
Maybe he had to stay there. He told me he had a lot of work.
That is what we thought too. But the head nurse told us he left the gates of Ashbury just before midnight.
That's strange indeed.
He would often stay at the sanatorium for several days in a row, but he would always let us know. We do not know what could have happened.
Bates, do not speak like this.
I'm sorry, madam. I did not mean it that way.
We'll wait until this evening and then call the sanatorium. Maybe Robert will have returned by then.
Robert still could be the bad guy.
First, about Sir Robert. Is there anything I should know?
Yes, sir. I just don't know if I can speak about it.
Is Moore's dead now?
It waits. The thought is inevitable anyway.
All right then. Detective Collier showed up this morning. I thought he had come because of Henry's drowning, but I was mistaken. Someone from the village found a body of a boy in the woods. Collier came here to inform us only. This time he spared us his questions.
A body of a boy? What happened to him?
Detective Collier suggested that the boy had been killed by the wolves.
Did he mention the place where it happened?
No, I did not want to ask him about anything.
Oh, I understand.
So Vic?
Evil has come to us within
I wasn't
the last 2
expecting
days.
that.
Do not know what is going on, Samuel. Now please excuse me. I do not want to talk about this any longer.
Yes, I understand.
Everybody that
I'll go
runs
to my room.
into me.
Lit up your fireplace already this morning, sir. It's very cold today.
Robert said something about a runaway patient before he left. Robert and that boy. Indeed, some very strange things have been happening around here lately.
So I guess we'll try to see if we can have some conversations. Otherwise, we just have items. This is weird. The jewel box is back in our inventory. It was missing the whole time before. So, and the map to the manor is back in our inventory. So I guess you just left those items. Before we leave though, let's see if we can talk to people.
I have no news for you, sir.
This
Don't want to upset Victoria.
really does
Have a
just...
conversation. I'll talk to her later.
This really just feels like the main character might be the bad guy. Sure, William died before that. Before you arrived, or at least you think that's the case. It may not actually be the case. And you can still look at the picture. So if it turns out that there are 2 pictures and there's 2 keys hidden behind those 2 portraits, that would be kind of cool. How far do we want to wander around this place? I'm hoping that this is actually a very short chapter. And that perhaps the game just... They were for some reason contracted to do 5 chapters, 6 chapters, and they stretched it at the end. We can go places. But maybe I am supposed to just go to sleep and... You're certainly having that same specific problem of not knowing what your goal is.
Today's newspaper. I don't want to read it.
Are we ever going to get in Victoria's room? I bet not.
Victoria is at the fireplace in the hall.
Let's go into Robert's study.
Robert hasn't returned yet. Nobody knows where he could be.
I thought that would have been a prime opportunity to sneak into his room. I can't use the bed. And Catherine really hasn't played any role in the game.
It's pleasantly warm in here.
I'm kind of moving, or at least attempting to move kind of fast here. We've been through this area. It certainly makes sense that they had us in Wales for that time and tried to allow us enough time to forget that we had played such a significant portion of the game in this first area. I guess that makes sense. Chapter 3. But then also there is the whole issue of being in the mine and being under the church and those areas too. It's raining outside again. Let's talk to Morris. He's still alive.
Morris, do you have a moment?
Sure.
Morris, what do you know about that dead boy they found in the woods?
Me? I don't know anything about it. But I'll tell you this. Some pretty weird things have been happening around here lately. Some damn strange things indeed.
I will go then.
All right, sir.
It's ever so helpful. So I must have to just leave this entire area. Ah, and they did add the old mine to the map. But I have no reason to go there. And I can't go to Herman's house either. So there's just the city and the vicarage. So Vic is not there. And it doesn't look like the fisherman is here either. So did he finally catch a fish? Remember, he kind of seemed like he wanted us to fix his boat. And we've never done anything like that. Let's just talk to everybody. Waiting for the cutscene to end.
Gordon, have you heard what happened?
Yes, I have.
Poor boy. And I was so mean to him. I hope someone kills that beast of a wolf real soon. I'll hang its stuffed coat above the door. You can count on that.
How do you know it was a wolf?
Well, what else could it be? It was a wolf. That's for sure.
Maybe.
Are we gonna have more of a conversation with him,
There's
or?
no reason to talk.
I guess not.
I need to talk to you. Go ahead, but make it quick.
What do you know?
Have you heard what happened? Yeah, it's terrible. You know, I don't get distressed easily. But this boy, I feel sorry for him. They found him torn to pieces. Those damn beastly wolves. I'd like to see traps set all over the place. And shoot whatever the traps don't take care of. Where did it happen? Close to the old mines, right around that bloody altar. Stonering? Yes, there. That place is haunted, that's for sure. It was once the sacred ritual place of the druid wizards. It's an evil place. Poor little thing.
Stonering. I used to play there as a child too.
So maybe when I shot the wolf, I actually killed Vic. Instead. Maybe half of the things we've been doing aren't really what happened. Because we have an unreliable narrator as the main character. Well, we unlocked stonering.
I set my steps towards the dark woods at the edge of Owl Manor. My thoughts were with the ritual place of the ancient druids, Stonering.
Mr. Gordon,
Well, I could see why this is going to be quicker.
why have you come to this place?
Just keep giving that positive answer.
I heard what happened, and I wanted to see for myself. I don't like what's been happening at all. You don't
And
mind,
there's
do you?
the chimes he
It's
saw in
all
his
right,
dream.
As long as you do not impede my investigation. Strange that we should meet again at a place where tragedies occur. Don't you think?
No, I don't. I'm trying to understand what is going on here. Just like you.
This is police work, Mr. Gordon. Things have been getting more and more complicated recently, and I don't need more added confusion. No offense intended.
None taken. I quite understand. Can you at least describe to me what happened?
Well, since I've come this far, I suppose I should tell you what I know. But first, you tell me what you already know, so I'm not wasting my time.
I only know that they found the body of
You know, it would have helped if the main character was a detective from a different district.
Then you know almost all.
It would have given him more motivation.
Not much more I can add to that. The boy probably wandered too far from the woods last night. Very imprudent. When the wolves attacked him, he was trying to escape. Unfortunately, the furious beasts got to the woodly land. You know the rest, do you?
Don't you find it odd that the bloodstains are only on that big stone in the middle?
I'd say the boy was trying to run to a higher place, but it was no help. That's all I'm willing to tell you. Gordon, I don't want to speak about this with anyone else, you understand? People know way too much already, and I don't want to be adding to any scary tall stories.
I'll keep it to myself.
Good. I need to reflect on a couple of matters.
Of course.
So he's just gonna leave
Look around here.
and let
What
him
makes you so interested in all this?
potentially tamper with evidence.
To know anything that I don't, would you?
Let's give it a positive answer.
Well, I'm not quite sure.
You would tell me Do whatever you want here.
Now, when it says positive or negative answer, I don't like have a clue specifically like what I'm gonna say. Would be much better to pop up a sentence or two to click on.
Have you found out anything new about Henry's death?
Yes, a new fact has come to light that has made things clearer to me. I was just about to close the case, but then I spoke with the pathologist.
Dr. Herman?
It seems that Mr. Stanton did not die by suffocation, or drowning for that matter.
How did he die then?
Herman has not been able to determine the exact cause yet. He has not arrived at a conclusive assessment yet, so I gave him some more time. What's certain, though, is that Stanton's lungs were not full of water, as is common with drowning. You see what this could mean if it were
He was dead before he hit the water.
Quite, Detective.
It would mean that he died somewhere else, and his body was carried and dumped into the fountain.
Another murder then?
Doubtless, should Herman confirm his theory. I will not tell you anything else. You are more than necessary already. I would, however, like to ask you something. Just a routine, you see, Gordon.
Yes, go ahead.
I have only one question. Where were you yesterday at about this time?
Like, give him a positive answer again.
Well, if you must know, I was visiting my relatives at a remote manor in Wales.
And what was the purpose of that visit?
Well, just a family visit, nothing special. Why are you interested?
Just a routine question, Gordon.
That's all for now.
All right.
So, it does more imply that the main character is dreaming events that are going to happen, not actually causing them himself. Because if he was causing them himself, then he couldn't have been in Wales, could he?
Strange. The plant that's clinging to it looks bad. Another symbol.
Mysterious symbol. The camera is broken, by the way. So, unless this is supposed to do something, or 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 I'm supposed to melt off the evidence and put blood on it. Why am I still holding on to the blood? That doesn't look good. And let's just make sure there's not a pixel hunt. This is just a root, but it looks like a kid. Let's look at this symbol.
One of 3 menhirs that form a triangle around the altar. The stones may have played a role in the druids' rituals.
Certainly seems to be the case.
There are many such as these in the forest.
Of course, there's something about that plant in particular. The wind chimes were clearly put here
Metal strips and iron fragments.
later. So this is a local spooky spot.
The 3rd stone in the triangle.
Am I seriously supposed to just use the blood to draw the symbols on the stones right now?
So much blood. So this is where little Vic died. Blood on the stone hasn't even dried yet.
Let's right click on the plant. Maybe there's something. Yeah, there
A
is.
small piece of cloth is sticking from under the leaves. The detective probably doesn't know about it. Green fern. I can't pick it up now. Collier would see I found something. I've got to distract him somehow.
Do I have the stones? Nope. And how many other things are there? And why am I hiding things from him? Let's talk to him, I guess.
Detective. Yes? I have had a look around this place, and I've noticed something. You might be interested in this.
Yes, I'm listening.
There is a symbol of some sort over there on that big stone to the left.
Yes, I've seen it. It could have been here for years, maybe even longer.
Oh, I don't think so.
Why do you say that?
Again, just positive answer.
Well, the paint is very bright, and also, I have seen a similar symbol before.
Really? Where?
Not exactly like this one, but quite similar. In fact, I have seen two different symbols. The first one on the old tower of our castle, and I noticed another one on the fountain where Morris found Henry.
That's rather strange indeed. But you can remain calm, Gordon. I know from experience, often even the strangest things sometimes have little meaning. To me, those are just old signs. Who knows? Maybe they were used in the past to mark something that have long been forgotten. There might be dozens of them across the manor. Maybe. I doubt they have any connection with the case.
I'm not so sure about that. But that's all for now.
All right.
Blood on this. Like, how? Acid on the plant. Like, we don't have anything else to really interact with. So either the goal is to leave, or the goal is to find a way
Can't
to
pick it up just now.
distract him.
I should make a drawing of it.
I'm supposed to make a drawing of it. Using William's diary? I guess. So, if we switch this way, you just draw in it, and did you just draw it with blood?
I can't go back yet.
Hey, we can't leave, so we know we're in the right place. Can we talk to the detective again?
Don't know what I could say.
Just throw the acid on him. Throw the blood on him. There's something here, just a tiny little pixel.
One of the many stones around the altar. Perhaps they were once used to form a circle around the altar.
What can I do to the rock? Start the rock on fire. Music box. Book on the rock. Clearly I'm supposed to do something with the rock. Oh, blood on the rock. That would make sense. That would make all the sense in the world.
This should keep the detective busy for a while. Detective?
Yes?
I found something that may interest you. There is a stain here on the stone behind you. I think it might be blood.
Where exactly is it?
Right behind you. On the right.
Oh, thanks for warning me. I didn't notice it at first.
You're welcome.
And while he's doing that, we get control back to the mouse.
Handkerchief while he is distracted elsewhere. The Gordon symbol is embroidered in the cotton. How could the handkerchief have gotten there?
One would assume that it's Richard's. Or Robert's. Yeah, Robert. Too many R-named characters in this game. Too many characters in this game in general. Far too many. Can we leave? Yes, we can. So
The Gordon symbol is embroidered in the cotton.
we've got this. I imagine we confront Bates with it and Victoria. Maybe Robert shows up. And then if everything works, I guess I should just use 3 because that's where I was. If everything works, chapter 4 should be done. I'm hoping. Really, really quick. That's my hope. Fingers crossed. We get through chapter 4. Chapter 5 does look like it's going to have more puzzles and actual difficulty to it, but if it's actual gameplay, I think I can take care of that and tolerate it a lot more. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.